Good evening, folks. Welcome to playoff football from Titan Field here at Lewis Central High School. This is Burke Swenson welcoming you to tonight's playoff contest, Class 3A District Champion Carroll, being hosted by your home district champion, Lewis Central. What a game we've got in store tonight. Beautiful, cool fall evening, football weather, Friday night lights. We've got it all. So glad you could join us here. We're hoping to get more and more as we go. During the season, our broadcast has gotten bigger and bigger as word has spread. We've had upwards of 500 listeners at times on and off as we go, and we're hoping to bring you all a fantastic game here tonight. You've got 6-3, 5-0 in district play Carroll coming in to play your undefeated, only the second time in school history, Titans tonight. A battle of offense and defense here. I want to give you some statistics, as I always do, so you have a feel for what we're going to see tonight. Folks, your Titans are averaging 50 points a game on the season. I've been a high school football coach and college football coach for about 25 years. In that time, I can remember a handful of times on teams that I coached where we reached the 50-point mark. This is unbelievable, averaging 50 points a game, and on the same half, giving up only just over 9 points a game. That is the stat line for Lewis Central, averaging 50 points a game and giving up just barely over 9 points a game. On the flip side, we've got Carroll. Carroll is averaging 18 points a game, giving up 17 points a game. And I tell you, folks, that right there kind of tells the tale of their season. 6-3, but in that 6-3, of those 9 games, they had 4 games decided by 3 points or less. Then they had 2 blowout wins and 2 blowout losses. And so that 6-3 record with the 18 points scored, 17 points given up is right on par with kind of how their season has gone. Tonight's winner will advance in the playoffs to play the winner of Oskaloosa and Harlan. So that could be a repeat of district and conference foes here. At least that's the folks here at Lewis Central are sure hoping to advance and play again next Friday night in what would then be a game back here again at Lewis Central. But before we get ahead of ourselves, let's get to the fun tonight. Carroll tonight is led passing by Colby Vincent. He's completed 52% of his passes, thrown 13 touchdowns, but also thrown 12 interceptions. And so Coach Hannafin's defense hoping to take advantage of that. They've got 2 rushers, Draven Williamson and Ryan Johnson, both with around 115 carries each, 111 and 116 to be honest. Isaiah Batting, it's Batting or Bating, I hope I pronounced that correctly, is their leading receiver, 43 receptions on the year. And Jang Joklo with 28. So that's kind of the main movers on offense for Carroll. Lewis Central, of course, is led by Division I TCU recruit Max Duggan. Max has completed 68% of his passes, thrown 21 touchdowns, no interceptions for 1,753 yards. And, oh, by the way, folks, he's run for 890 and on top of that, and 18 more touchdowns. So Titans are set to receive, so that high-powered offense will get the first crack at it here tonight. Carroll set in their kickoff formation. Carroll kicking in the all-white, orange and black helmets. Dane Norville with the kick. He comes up the right side. He's got a little bit of a gap. He's got a crease. He's got a block. Dane returned one last week for a touchdown. Another block, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds deep into Carroll territory. What a start for this Titan team, as they are going to have unbelievable field position to start this game. That ball has been returned all the way to the 28-yard line of Carroll. So to start the game, this high-powered offense will only need 28 yards to start putting points on the board. Titans are going to come out and spread the field as they have all season. Tonight they'll go twins to both sides to start. Max in the shotgun, and he will be all night. Mike Gittens beside him. Here's the snap. Inside handoff. Max keeps it off the edge. Cuts north. And a shoestring tackle brings Max down. It's going to be a gain of what looks about 9. Boy, that was one shoestring tackle away from a touchdown. Max had nobody past him had that tackle not been made. So 2nd and 1. You could see that Carroll had a defender there ready for that play to come, but Max simply put his foot in the ground and headed north with his speed. Titans are going to go 4 wide, trips to the near side. Ball's on the far hash. Titans moving left to right on your screen. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Gittens, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, if not dropped back. We'll see where they spot it here. I think they're going to give him a slight gain, but they're going to call it 3rd down. So it is 3rd and inches.
3rd down.
Lots of personnel changing in on both sides. Carroll's in there all white. Lewis Central in their navy tops, white bottoms. 3rd and inches. Max has got 2 backs in the backfield beside him and another up front. Max is going to keep it straight ahead, and that should be enough for a 1st down.
Duggan on a keeper up the middle.
And it is. So the Titans convert on 3rd and short.
So the play will be 1st down.
So we've got 1st and 10, folks. Ball is spotted at the 16-yard line. If you're just joining us, Dane Norville with a huge kick return, setting up Titans in Carroll territory. And with 10 minutes to go in this first quarter, Titans are looking to score here. Max off the left side. He's got a lead blocker ahead of him. And, boy, I think he's going to have another 1st down here, folks. And it is going to be 1st and goal for the Titans. You can see the plan here is to really push the edges of this Carroll defense. So far, they've had a great deal of success getting to the edge, and pretty soon you're going to see that emphasis on the edge. Then you're going to see Mike Gittens right up the middle as that attention will divert to the outside. So 1st and goal, ball spotted on the 5. Max with 2 backs, the H back and the back across. Here's a jet sweep look. Mike up in the middle, having some trouble in that middle. Carroll's got a stout defense in the center there. And a short gain, if any. We'll see where they spot it. No, they're going to spot it right back where it was. So 2nd and goal.
2nd down.
Titans look to the sideline for the call. All right, so they're going to come back out in their 3 wide, 2 back set. Here's the snap. Inside handoff. Up the middle's Gittens. See, are they going to give it to him? Oh, the crowd wanting a touchdown. Nope, they're going to say he's down at, folks, that's inside the 1. It is literally inches. Max is going to go under center, look for a sneak here. Carroll looks like they're ready to try and defend. Big push. And there it is. There's the signal, Titan touchdown. So Max on the QB sneak puts the Titans on the board first here, 6-0 with 8:30 to go in the first quarter. On to kick now will be Drake Nettles, our Division I kicker. Jonah Pomeranke with the hold. And as always, Drake is basically automatic, folks. On PATs, that makes Drake 58 of 59 on the year. So I call him automatic on PATs, and he continues to prove me right. So, all right, folks, we're very honored to be able to bring this to you. We had a lot of sponsors step up and help us raise some funds here to be able to provide tonight's contest with video. We can do it audio only, but to do it with video, we actually had a fee we had to pay, and we had some sponsors step up and help us. I'm required to read this for the association, so I want to make sure we get this in. sportsmanship. The Iowa High School Athletic Association would like to take this opportunity to remind you that sportsmanship starts with you. Good sportsmanship means showing respect to student athletes, coaches, officials, schools, and to those around you, regardless of how an event is going. Good sportsmanship shows character, accountability, and sets a positive example on and off the field. The IHSAA thanks you for being a good sport for tonight's game. All right, Drake Nettles on for the kickoff. Drake on the season, folks, is a touchback machine. He has had 61 of his 77 kicks result in touchbacks, which sets up the Titan defense, as always, with tremendous field position to defend. So Drake is on. The official has given the ready. Here's the approach. And looks like this one's actually going to be returned. Caught about the 6. Carroll over to the 5, and he is knocked down, kind of actually knocked up in the air, if you will.
Dirks is dropped inside the 20-yard line.
Tackled short of the 20, so in that case, it was actually better that Drake didn't get the touchback, as that Titan kickoff team, coached by Coach Bond, gets down the field and sets the tone. So Carroll will come out. You're going to see a wide variety of offensive sets here, offensive formations for Carroll. They've got 2 receivers on the outside they like to throw to. They've got 2 backs they like to run. Quarterback in the shotgun. Motion to the outside. Here's the snap. It's going to be a sweep around the edge. And they do get the edge just a bit here. Going to be a good gain on first down. Going to be a gain of about, see where they mark it, looking like about 5. We'll call it 4, a long 4. It's going to set up a 2nd and 6. As I said to you earlier, Carroll averaging 18 points a game on the season, so not an overly high-scoring offense. They will run the ball a great deal. This is going to be a run to the left edge. Quarterback keeps it. And up the middle for another short gain. And that's going to set up a 3rd and a long 3. So a manageable 3rd down. All right, see what Carroll wants to do here. They've got 2 backs, a similar set to what Lewis Central runs. And I think they're going to get a cheap first down here. I think they were able to draw a Titan off sides. See what they mark it here. No. They're going to call false start on Carroll. So, all right. So Carroll's going to move back 5. Now that changes things tremendously. What was a 3rd and a long 3 is now a 3rd and 7, or a long 7, almost 8. All right, expect a pass to one of their receivers on the edges here. He's going to drop back to throw. Throws to the outside, and it is complete for a first down. Receiver simply ran an out route, ran it to the sticks or just past, so that when he caught it, it would be a first down. Well executed, good throw. And the Tigers move the chains. Fun night for me personally. We spent a year. We were only in Carroll for a year, but I taught and coached at Carroll at the high school there with Terry Ballman was the head coach back then. So kind of fun to see the Tigers here again. They're going to go 4 wide, twins to both sides, motion across. Going to be a pass to the backside. Going to be a screen. That was set up to be a tunnel screen. The ball sails over the receiver's head, out of bounds, incomplete. So a tunnel screen, folks, what we call a tunnel screen is the receiver getting the pass is going to come right down the line of scrimmage, actually just a hair behind it. And the linemen to that side are all going to start sprinting outward to block the men over top of them. Creates kind of a tunnel, if you will. If you can complete it, it's typically a pretty good play, but in that case, that ball went awry. This is going to be another pass play action. He's got Logan Jones in his face and broken up by Dane Norville. Well covered there by the Titans. They had Calvin Fricky underneath the route and Dane Norville over top. Would have had to been a perfect pass. Well defended there, and that's going to set up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Tigers, a no-huddle team, look to the sideline for the play call. Looks like the play maybe is being changed here. Less than 10 seconds on the play clock, so Carroll have to get going here. Again, 4 wide, twins to both sides, drop back pass, splits off the outside, and they got him. Calvin Fricky off one edge, Julian Brown off the other, and they are able to, between the two of them, get the quarterback down for a big loss, a loss of at least 10, and that's going to set up a punt. So Coach Hannafin's defense does its job.
Simmons back to receive the punt.
Josh Simmons is back to catch the punt. He's standing right about the Titan 45.
Nissen back in punt formation.
Here's the snap and the kick. It's going to go right to Josh. Should be returnable. He's going to try and get to the right side. I don't know if he's going to be able to get. He does around the edge. He's got a wall. He's up ahead, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Folks, the return game is just humming tonight for the Titans. Coach Bond's got his kids right where they need to be. Another huge return, and that's going to set up again, this time at the 25. So they've got even better field position on this than they did on the kickoff return. So you've got one of the highest scoring offenses in the state regardless of class, and you're only making them move about 25, 30 yards to get touchdowns. That formula is not going to handle well for the Tigers. All right. Titans are going to go 3 wide, 2 backs. Here's the snap. Max to pass. He's got time. Over the middle. Thomas Fedoni has one go right through his hands. Max put it right on his chest. Fedoni ran a post route, which is you work your way vertical and then you angle toward the goalpost, hence the name post route. Perfectly placed ball. Max couldn't do it any better. Thomas would like to have that one back. That was, if not a touchdown, it would have put them 1st and goal. So the incomplete sets up 2nd and 10. Titans huddle. Titans will stay. No, they're going to spread it this time. 4 wide, twins to both sides. Motions Josh across. Now there's trips to the far side. Wants to throw the bubble. Nothing there. Max is going to plant his foot and run. He's going to be tackled by a host of Tigers, but not until he's got a gain of about, we'll say 5. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 5. Manageable. Now, you need to know here, folks, they are well within Drake Nettles' kicking range. So they'll, of course, want to go for it, see if they can get a first down here, keep putting points on the board in form of touchdowns. But if not, this is easily within Drake's kicking range. So they got twins to both sides again. Max to snap. He's got pressure, steps up, throws, and it's going to fall incomplete. He had some pressure on him. Carroll doing a nice job of starting to get to Max, bringing some pressure. And so Coach Duggan's going to send Drake on, try and make this a 10-point lead, 2-score lead. 5:19 to go here in the first quarter. Your Titans leading 7-0.
Nettles out to attempt the field goal.
So for Drake, this will be a 37-yarder. The kick is up. Waiting for a signal. Okay, the kick was good, but there's a flag thrown. There was some movement in there ahead of time. Almost looked like Carroll jumped to make false start. Nope. Okay, so they're going to call it on the Titans. So that'll move it back 5. Not a problem. Drake hit a 54-yarder earlier in the season, so the distance is not a problem here at all. So Drake gets another shot here. That 37-yard attempt was good, by the way. So Drake will set up to kick a 42-yarder. Here's the snap. There's the hold, the kick. And I tell you what, folks, that would have been good from 54 again. What a weapon. Those of you that may not know, Drake last week committed to kick at Iowa State. Ecstatic for Drake to have that opportunity, and ecstatic for Iowa State to get a hold of him. He's going to be something special for them. So with 5:11 to go, your Titans leading 10-0. Here's the other part of the Iowa High School Association's message that I need to say to you tonight on the officiating. The Iowa High School Athletic Association needs your help to add registered sports officials in the 2018-2019 school year. Officials are needed at all levels in all Iowa high school sanctioned sports. Officiating allows you to stay close to the game while serving as a community leader in action. And in Iowa, high school and junior high games can't take place without them. Visit iahsaa.org or highschoolofficials.com for more information. Help the Iowa High School Association add one today. All right, if you hear that music, that means the Titans have scored and are getting ready to kick off. So Drake sends his squad out. He's going to mark off his steps and get ready. If you're just joining us, your Titans leading Carroll 10-0 here in the first quarter of the first round of the 3A playoffs. Drake, here's the approach. There's the kick. This one's going to hit and roll. The Carroll defender, he's going to pick it up at about the 2. But he's going to get a huge return out of it. Can Drake make the tackle? And he does. So what looked like it was going to be a problem for Carroll turns into a huge return. Luckily, Drake is able to make the tackle. Had he not, that would have been a kickoff return for a touchdown. We've got a feature on our program here now, folks, where you're able to text in some comments. We wanted to give a shout-out to Drew and crew cheering on the Titans. Go Drumline. And a shout-out to Mike Gittens. So send us your comments. We love to hear from you. So happy you could join us tonight. All right, Tigers have the ball. Quarterback keep off the left side. He's going to be stopped by Brady Miller and then walloped by a host of Titan tacklers. That, my friends, was what we call a slobber knocker. If you're a football fan, that's one of your favorite terms, and we don't get to use it very often there. So Steve Nixon, one of my good friends, teaches here at LC. I know he's happy to get the slobber knocker term in there. So that's for you, Steve. All right, so a loss on the play of 2 is going to set up 2nd and 12. The ball is spotted at the 45 of the Tigers. This is going to be a reverse pass. He's going to have people in his face. He gets rid of it, and it's off the fingertips. Wow, that was quite a play. So they ran what looked like it was going to be a sweep toward us, a reverse to a receiver going the opposite way, and then that was going to be a pass. And they had 2 people in the route for the pass, both covered by the Titans. Coach Hannafin with his defense dialed in. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 for the Tigers as their team looks to the sideline. Tigers with some good size, some good-looking athletes there in all white. They're going to go 4 wide, twins to both sides. Here's the snap, drop back pass. He's going to throw it to the sideline, and again, just off the fingertips. Had it been caught, it would have been short of a first down, but it would have been setting up a 4th and 2 in Titan territory, so possible go. As it is, it falls incomplete, and Coach Hannafin's defense comes up again. Now, Carroll is at midfield, and if there's ever a time to run a fake punt, this is kind of where you consider doing it. However, since the Titans have scored on both their possessions, in my book, it would be smarter for Carroll to go ahead and punt away. We'll see what they do. Here's the snap and the kick. This one again right to Josh. He should be able to return it. Makes a man miss? No, that man is able to bring him down. Good tackle there for Carroll. And so the Titans, for the first time, will take over offensively in their own side of the field and what we call negative territory. Their first 2 positions have been at the 25 and 28 of Carroll. This one will start at the 18 of the Titans. All right, so Titans will take over their third possession of the game. They have scored on both, a touchdown and a field goal. They'll go 3 wide, Twins to the far side. Max inside handoff to Gittens, and he gets a nice little gain on first down. Going to be a gain of about 3. Set up a 2nd and 7. All right, some more shout-outs here. Hey, Coach, this is from the Lear boys. Oh, thank you, guys. Nice to hear from you. Austin Lear here watching. Shout-out Jake Lear and Max Duggan. Maxie Duggan, pardon me. He would want Max to hear the Maxie part there. Get us to the Dome. Hope you've been well. Go Titans. Here's the snap. Max is going to keep it this time off the left side. Max is going to get a gain of about 4, I want to say. We'll see where they officially mark it. Yep, that's going to set up a 3rd and 3. Another shout out here, Josh Jones, Lincoln Rodenberg, Austin Lear, and Mason Brinkman, all watching out Titans from Ames. Go Blue. All right, bunch of our former players that I was honored to have a chance to coach. Great kids. Thanks for listening, guys. Keep listening. All right, folks, here we go. 3rd and 3. Titans are going to spread the ball, and Coach Duggan's going to take a timeout here and talk about it. So something wasn't quite right. They didn't quite like the look here, so we'll take a short break. This will give us a chance to thank our sponsors here. We want to start tonight with AirServe. Thanks to Travis Waldstein and AirServe Heating and Cooling, servicing AC and heating systems in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Trainer, and more. AirServe. All right.
I want to thank the Lewis Township Fire Department for providing ambulance service and coverage this evening.
So tonight's game, folks, if you're wondering how is it that it happens to be here, as both teams are district champions, the playoffs this year are all determined by what's called the RPI, the Ratings Percentage Index. The way that works is they take your record, they take your opponent's record, and they take the opponents you played, the record of their opponents. It gets a little bit confusing, and it mushes it all out into this math formula. So put it all out there in perspective for you. Lewis Central has the 2nd rated RPI, and coming into tonight, Carroll had the 19th rated RPI, but because they were district champions, they got a playoff berth. So that's how that works if you're wondering how the playoffs are decided there. So here's Max. He's going to go straight ahead. Oh, we'll see here. It's going to be close. Max straight ahead. It looked like he was going to have it, and then right at the last moment, he was met by the 2nd level of that Carroll defense. We'll see. Boy, this is going to be close. I wouldn't doubt if they actually call for a measurement here. And sure enough, that's what it's going to be. The referee's going to call a halt to play here, and they're going to bring chains out to measure. Boy, this is going to be close. All right, here comes the chains.
Has the concession stands open this evening for your dining pleasure. Tasty treats and fine eats. Please visit frequently. Thank you.
All right, so. And they're going to call it short by, folks, you know it's short when the official holds up his fingers to kind of give you that signal of just an itty-bitty little margin of field needed. Let's see. Max is coming over side. It looks like they're going to go for it here, folks. And honestly, with the line they have in front of them with Max at QB, I don't doubt that this is the right call. Now, if you give the ball up here, if you don't make it, you give Carroll prime field position. So we'll see here if this gamble pays off. Here's the snap. Here's the hold, the push, and Max is going to have it. Now, someone's helmet came off. If that is Max, which I think it is,
Up to the 30-yard line.
Max is going to come out for a play, which he is. All right, so first down. Want to give some more shout-outs here. We've got some Carroll folks. Let's go, Carroll. Jacob Sander on Camp Johnson, North Carolina. Wow, North Carolina. Thanks for listening. And we got one from another one of the Lear boys. This is Corey Lear. Shout out to Jake Lear and the rest of the Titans as they start the road to the Dome tonight. Appreciate the broadcasting, Coach Swenson. What you guys do is awesome. Thank you, Corey. So happy you could listen. Corey, one of the great kids I got to coach here at Lewis Central. 1st and 10 here. Here's the snap. Going to be an inside handoff to Gittens. He's off the left side, bounces it left. He's got some room, cuts inside, makes a man miss. And Mike Gittens is going to have a first down. Great job blocking, especially on the perimeter by the receivers out there. And just like that, Max is back in the game. 1st and 10, ball all the way out to the 45 now. We got another shout-out here. Shout-out from Tiger fans in Carroll. Thanks for the live stream. Go Tigers. Thank you for listening, Carroll folks. We're happy to have you. As a former resident of Carroll, I'm happy to hear from some of you as well there. All right, Mike again off the right side. So Lewis Central's got something going here on that inside handoff that was so hard to get any movement on to start the game. Couple of big chunk plays here. A double digit for a first down. This one a gain of 8 on first down. All right, so we're going to go 3 wide, 2 backs. Here's Max, inside handoff, getting straight up the middle, and that's going to be a first down. So they've got a little something going here. They're getting a minimum of 5 on that inside zone play. Now, folks, what this sets up is as you continue to have success on the inside handoff, that sets up the situation where Max all of a sudden pulls that ball, and now you've got one of the best athletes in the state running with it. So if they can continue this inside run, things are setting up well for the Titans here. Titans will go 4 wide here, twins to both sides. Snap, Max back to pass. He looking deep. He's got Dane Norville. Ball is slightly underthrown, and it looks to be intercepted, and it is by Carroll. One of the few times you'll see Max underthrow the ball. Now, the bad news for the Titans is it's intercepted. The good news is that it was intercepted on about the 3-yard line. So the Tiger offense is going to have their back right against their end zone, against the Titan end zone to start this drive. With 48 seconds to go in this first quarter, Titans leading 10-0. So basically it kind of ends up as though a great punt. If you down a punt inside the 5, obviously that's not what the Titans were looking for, but as it is, we'll see if Coach Hannafin's defense can hold them in and get that ball back with good field position. They've got 4 wide. Quarterback wants motion across. He's got it. Inside handoff. He's going to be met for a short gain there. That'll set up 2nd and still 8. So they gave him a slight gain of a couple inches, but not enough to change the down marker. The official blew it live, so there will be one more play here in this first quarter. As time winds down, we're down to 24 seconds and counting, but only 15 left on the play clock, so Carroll will have to run one more play. Twins to both sides, way spread out is Carroll. Motion across, inside handoff again, breaks a tackle, he's up the middle, jukes the safety, and a big gain for Carroll all the way out to the 35. So with that run, Carroll gets out of the shadow of the end zone. And I'm assuming that will be our last play. They'll blow it live. Yep, and they're going to let it tick down. So, folks, that's going to be the end of our first quarter. After 1, it's the Titans 10, Tigers 0 from Carroll. Gives me a chance to give another thank you to one of our sponsors, Heartland Properties. The Heartland Properties team, dedicated to putting their experience and local knowledge to work for you in all steps of your real estate transaction from start to finish. Heartland Properties. With that, folks, we'll take just a slight break in between quarters, and we'll be back for more action. All right, folks, we're back here. We're ready to start the second quarter. Carroll just had a big 30-yard gain on that down to get out of the shadow of the end zone. They've got the ball all the way out to, it's officially marked now at the 34-yard line. So Tigers have 1st and 10. They've got 3 wide. They're going to run that inside again, and this time Logan Jones introduces himself to the running back. Logan Jones, a junior, 250-pound rising star. Logan's got 3 Power 5 offers so far, and let me tell you, folks, that will not be the last. Hey, let's take a look at some of the states we've got listening tonight. We got Indianapolis, Indiana, Charlotte, North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, and Knoxville, Tennessee, and Kentucky south of Lexington. So, again, a national broadcast. So happy you could be with us. Here's the snap. Play action pass. He's going to throw it out to the flat right over top of the outside linebacker. Really nice pass there. Well completed. That's going to be a gain of about 5. We'll call it 6. And that's going to set up a manageable 3rd and 4. So the Carroll offense showing a little more life here. End of the first quarter, beginning of the second here. Carroll looks to the side. They're going to stay spread, 4 wide, twins to both sides. Pistol set. Here's the snap, play action. He gets rid of it. Boy, I tell you what, they found something there. He is throwing the ball just over our outside linebacker and just in front of our corner. That's hard to do. That's a tough pass to make, and he's doing it consistently on this drive now. So Carroll's moving the sticks here. They got another first down. This is the most first downs they've strung together tonight. So they're near midfield, almost in Titan territory for the first time tonight. 1st and 10. They've got a pro set here with a tight end, 2 receivers. Here's the H-back across. This will be a run. Quarterback up the middle. And he'll get maybe a gain of 1. Logan Jones with a big hit on the quarterback again. That cannot feel good. See where they mark it. Yeah, they're going to give him a slight gain of a few inches, but not enough to move the down marker. So 2nd and 10. Both teams look to the sidelines for their calls. They'll go with 2 wide again, 2 backs, tight end. Here's the snap, play action. He's going to throw it to that out route and successfully complete. It looks to be just shy of a first down, but it's going to set up a 3rd and inches. So Coach Hannafin's probably going to have to tighten up those secondary players just a bit. Appears they must be giving them a slight too much of a cushion. Carroll hasn't really taken a deep shot yet, so they haven't thrown anything deep that you have to respect yet, but you know it's coming eventually. So they'll stay in this pro set. This is going to be handoff off the slightly right side. He breaks the tackle, drags the defender with him, and that's going to be enough for a first down. So Carroll with a bit of a drive here. And that's going to move the sticks. Another first down for Carroll. We are at the 9-minute mark of the second quarter. Titans leading 10-0. Tigers in Titan territory here on this drive for the first time tonight. They've got split backs here, tight end and 2 receivers. This is going to be a carry off the left edge. Gets out, kind of a power play there. They basically block the defensive end out. They cave the lineman down. And they're getting off that tackle to our linebacker, which is getting him that second level, that little bit of a gain. A nice gain there on first down, a gain of a long 6, short 7. So 2nd and 4. They're going to run the exact same play again. This time the Titans stiffen up a bit on the line. Still a gain on the play. And that's going to set up a very manageable 3rd and a long 2.
Lucy on the stop for your Titans.
Titans need a stop here. They'd like to keep that 2-score cushion. So they'll stay Carroll with the split back look. Motion one back across. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw it to that mid-level. Oh! Almost intercepted. Julian Neitzer there. That time was in perfect position, and had he been just a half a step closer, probably intercepts it and is returning it back as we speak. There was very little in front of him. Probably would have had just one or two people to make miss, and he'd have been home. As it is, it sets up a 4th and a long 2. Carroll, of course, will go for it here. They're kind of in that no man's land. It's too far for a field goal and too close for a punt. So they'll stay with 2 receivers. They got a couple tight ends. They throw it up top, and it is broken up at the last second. Dane Norville is able to jar the ball and the receiver apart. Close, but gets the job done. A nice job by the Titan defense stiffening up there and holding them out. That was easily the best drive of the night for the Tigers. And so the offense will come back out. The Titans have scored on every possession except the last one, in which they threw an interception deep. So Max is going to want to atone for that. They're going to go 3 wide, 2 backs. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Gittens. He bounces left. Makes a man miss, drags another with, and Mike's got a first down. Mike Gittens has really come on this season. He and Calvin Fricke were exchanging snaps earlier in the season, and Mike has just steadily gotten better and better as he's gotten a better feel for this offense and a feel for his role, and he has done a great job on those inside runs. All right, Titans will stay here. They've got 3 wide, 2 backs. Here's the snap. Play action pass. Max over top to a wide open. Wide open Gage Stevens, and it is just about 2 inches over his reach. Carroll had completely lost him, and he would have been running all by himself down the middle. Well, folks, I hope you're watching, because you've seen Max throw 2 passes that you will rarely see, as he misses by just a hair on 2 of them. So don't worry, Max has got some more throws in him. I know that. Here's an inside handoff. Carroll's got him stopped this time behind the line of scrimmage or right at it. We'll see where they mark it. Yep, right at the line of scrimmage. So we've got a 3rd and 10.
3rd down.
We'll see what LC comes up with for a play here. Gotta believe that even if LC gets it close, they go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Max back to pass. He's got a lot of time. Fires one over. And incomplete to Josh Simmons. That's going to set up 4th and 10. So Coach Duggan's going to send out the punt team. Folks, to give you an idea of how good this Titan offense has been throughout the season, this is only going to be Drake's 14th punt on the season. So that's an average of about 1.4 punts a game. So Drake has barely punted once a game here. Now, when Drake does punt, he averages 37 yards a punt. So hopefully Drake can flip the field here. Nice high punt. Coverage is down there. He's going to let it go. It's going to roll. Can they get to it? Oh, and they can't. Oh, Lewis Central loses a prime opportunity there. The Carroll receiver decided to let the ball go. It bounced, took a Titan roll, and unfortunately wasn't able to be corralled until it was already in the end zone for a touchback. Now the officials are talking about something. I think there's a flag here. Let's see what the call is. I can't believe it would be on the Titans as there was no return. Maybe a hold? Holding on Carroll. Okay, so it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the 20. So it actually ends up working out okay for the Titans. All right, so we got a few more shout-outs. Playoff streamed, thanks. Haven't missed a game this season. Fantastic. Glad to have you with. Go Tigers from Coach Beam. And we'll get a few more shout-outs here after the play. So Carroll's going to take over 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's the snap. Going to be a run off the right edge. And he's going to be met by a host of Titans there. I don't know if they're going to give him a gain, maybe a gain of 1. Looks like a gain of 1. So that's going to set up a 2nd and 9. Carroll looking to the sideline for the play. All right, so they're going to go with 2 wide. So they've got 2 wide receivers and a tight end. 2 tight ends. They've got an ace set. So 2 tight ends, 1 back. Flying in from the edge there on a stunt was Tevin Statzer, and he's going to make a tackle. Boy, I got to believe it's a tackle for a loss. Nope, they're going to say it basically was right at the line of scrimmage, but damage is done. That's going to set up a 3rd and 10. 3rd and 9.5, if you will. Titan defense settles in, see if they can get a stop. Here's the snap, going to be a pass. Steps back to throw. And Dane Norville again, right at the exact moment needed. That was going to be a completion, and right at the first down marker, Dane Norville comes in from his safety spot and knocks the ball loose from the receiver right as it got to him. Another fantastic pass breakup by Dane. And the Tigers are going to be forced to punt. All right, some more shout-outs here from Danae. Shout-out to 55. Go Titans. So glad I get the chance to watch from you and I. It's always good when Big Sis gets to watch little brother. That girl, Danae, thank you. Shout-out to the Titan football boys. Let's win state from the 3-time state champion LC soccer girls soccer team. Short punt. It's going to be kind of a shank here. They're going to get away, and it's going to take a Lewis Central bounce. And again, outstanding field position. Folks, this offense is going to start at the Carroll 29. Unreal. The field position has been fantastic tonight for the Titans. We got some more here. Thanks for this live stream service. Was planning to be there to cheer on the Titans, but plans got changed. Excited to still keep up on the playoff game. Go Big Blue. Wow, we're happy to have you with us. Another one, Titan fans watching from Lincoln, Nebraska. Well, as a Husker fan, I can tell you, those must be classy people. All right, here we go. So Titans have got 1st and 10, twins to both sides. Here's the snap, play action. Max is going to keep it, going to throw the RPO, and he throws it right in at Dane Norville's feet. Dane unable to come up with that. So Max, I tell you what, I guarantee you what Dad is going to tell Max is that you're pressing. Just relax and make your throws. So Max so often on the season just makes it look so easy and so effortless. This is one of the few times, you know, you got a little pressure here, a little playoff football. I'm sure he's just trying his best to will his team where he needs it to be and maybe pressing a bit. Max is going to keep this one up the middle. He makes jukes a guy, jukes another one, and he's going to get brought down by a safety. But the damage is done. Max on the keeper is inside the 10. That's going to set up 1st and goal for the Titans. Give credit to Carroll. They've been hanging in there, playing solid defense. But if the Titans are able to put another touchdown and go up here by 3 scores, it's going to start to get awfully hard to come back on this, especially as well as Coach Hannafin's defense is playing. Max has got 2 backs. Max again up the middle, straight ahead. He's going to get hit as he crosses the goal line, but it is a touchdown. Winning football games, folks, is a lot easier when you've got a big-time Division I quarterback. I'll tell you what. That was just the coaches saying, Max, we're going to put it on your back and your legs, and Max getting the job done. Great job. I'll tell you what, the offensive line, man, there was a huge hole there. Great job blocking by that line. Here's the snap. Again, a little, and we'll see if the officials do something about this. So what's happening is Carroll is coming up, and they're they're kind of jumping at the line of scrimmage. In other words, kind of jerking like they're coming. And what it does is it draws off the offensive line. Now, it's legal as long as you don't cross the line of scrimmage. It's sometimes considered enticing the offensive line to jump. We'll see if that changes or not. As it is, it's worked out for Carroll every time here. Here's the snap. There they did it again. This time, doesn't matter, as Drake sticks it through the uprights. And so we've got 17-0. Your Titans leading with 4:22 to go in this second quarter. We'll take a moment to thank Bloomworks Floral in downtown Council Bluffs, offering unique, fresh, and permanent floral arrangements, specializing in creative wedding design, amazing prom accessories, and beautiful sympathy florals. Bloomworks Floral. All right, so we got another shout out here. Hello, Ryan Simmons here. Been watching these broadcasts for 5 or so years. Used to watch Austin and the Titans of that era play when I was living in Texas. Hey, glad to have you, Ryan. Thank you. We'll get some analytics here coming up, folks. I know Pete Norville has always got the analytics of where everybody's listening. It's become a national broadcast over these few years. We even had Coach Argo's parents who were in Singapore watching us last week. I'll tell you what, you get Singapore watching high school football, you know you got something good going. I know my folks up in northern Iowa are watching. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for tuning in. All right, that song, yep, you know it. Drake's about to kick off after a score. So Drake will mark off his steps. Carroll's got one man deep, kind of a triangular setup there at the back. If there is a bit of a breeze, doesn't appear to be by the flag, but I'll tell you what, this end zone, for some reason, Drake usually puts it through the end zone, and he does it just as usual there. So a touchback for Drake. And that'll set up the Tiger offense at the 1st and 10 at the 20. So if you're just joining us here, 17-0 Titans in the second quarter, 4:22 remaining in the half. Megan Dermody's doing our camera work for us. Pete Norville is on our analytics. This is Burke Swenson calling the action. Glad to have you with us. Carroll's getting ready for the offensive call here. We'll get a few more states in. We've got Colorado, Denver, Colorado, and Colorado Springs. We got Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Dallas, and Houston, Texas. So glad to have you all with us here. Here's Carroll with that split back look, going to be an off tackle left. And now the Titan defense starting to get that stopped a bit more. They had something going there. Carroll did a couple drives ago. Still a gain of about 3. So certainly not a bad play at all. All right, Carroll looking to the sideline. And they'll come up for their next play. They've got 2 wide, 2 backs. Yep, going to be an off. He cuts it back inside. Tell you what, some shifty running there. Nice job by the running back for Carroll. He's making a few linebackers and people miss there. What should have been stopped right around the line of scrimmage ends up being a first down for Carroll. So nice job running. He's done that a couple times. I actually, folks, don't have a Carroll roster, so I can't tell you the player it was, but he's doing a nice job of making people miss and getting first downs. This is going to be an off tackle, and he cuts it back again. This time nothing doing. He falls forward, as we all want running backs to do. I was a former running back and always taught running backs you want to run downhill, so even when you do get tackled, you're falling forward, you're gaining yards. He does so for 2. Nice hard run in there. They will put in, they'll just switch backs here. So, oh, thank you. All right, we've got a Carroll roster here. So I'll try and do my best here. Kind of hard to read the numbers on the jerseys. We'll do our best from up here and see what we get. This is going to be a handoff off the right side. He bounces it, stiff arms a tackle, and then is able to make a big gain. Another big run there, this time by number 5. That's Draven Williamson. Big run, big first down. Carroll needed that and gets it. They're all the way out to the 49, folks. So Carroll threatening to get back in Titan territory here. Heavy dose of running tonight by Carroll. They're going to run the ball up inside again. A little trap play. A trap is where you leave an inside lineman alone, let him come upfield, and then you pull a guard down the line of scrimmage and block him when he's not expecting it. It's a tremendous play as long as you get to the second level to the linebackers. Carroll did a nice job there. Gain of 3. They'll stay in this 2-receiver, 2-back set. Off the right side again. This time Dale meets him. The freshman brings him down. That's Hunter Dale, folks. That's a 6'3", 235-pound freshman. That's just not fair. For those of us that are 5'10" and not quite that big. So, all right, here we go. 3rd and 6. Another gain of 2 there. So 3rd and 6. Carroll in Titan territory. They're going to go 4 wide, twins to both sides. Here's the pass, going to throw the hitch. He does. Dane slipped a little bit, trying to come back and make the play. As it is completed. And that's going to be a first down for Carroll. So again, a nice little drive here. Only a minute 26 to go in the second quarter here. Carroll threatening. Your Titans are leading 17-0. They're going to stay 4 wide. Here's the snap. Going to be a throw. He's going to try a deep shot down the field. Almost a great catch. I tell you what, Julian Neitzer was right there. Looked back for the ball. Looked to the receiver and then looked back just in time. Receiver made a jump, and I almost had it. That was Jang. Oh, I'm sorry, young man. I'm going to ruin your last name. J-I-O-K-L-O-W. Joklo? I'm sorry. Hey, that was an athletic move there. All right, so that's going to bring up 2nd and 10. They're going to stay 4 wide, so Carroll's going to try and air it out here. See if the Titans get some pressure on him. They do as he throws it. Throw it to that same spot in the field. This time they tried to hit Jace Pettit on an out route there, a kind of a flag route toward the corner. Overthrown. He had just a little pressure right as he threw it. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 10. Still a minute 7. Carroll's got all their timeouts. So we'll see how this strategy plays out. They had something going there with the timeouts. I kind of think maybe they should have stuck with it. As it is, they're airing it out here. Motion across, so they're going to have a there's the handoff back again. It's tried kind of a counter look there. And it's a nice gain of 2 or 3, but not enough. It's going to set up a 4th and about 7. So we'll see here. Obviously, Carroll's going to go for it. The clock continues to wind, so they got nothing to lose. There's 18 seconds and counting on the play clock. So even if they don't get it, they're only going to leave Lewis Central with about 25 seconds. Now, given the offense Lewis Central has, that might be enough, but we'll see. I think their coach is going to let it wind all the way down and call a timeout here, which he is. All right. Coach McCartan there calls the timeout with 25 seconds to go. All right, my math is on point for a Friday night. All right. So we want to give thanks here to Piles Photography. Has been capturing childhood memories through school portraits, images of youth sports, and special occasions since 1946. Piles Photography. All right, so what you got here, folks, is Carroll's got one play that they can run on 4th and 7. The question you have to ask yourself if you're Carroll is, do we want to run this play, risk not getting it, and give Lewis Central the ball at the 36-yard line, or do we want to try and punt it so that it's highly unlikely Lewis Central can span the entire field in that amount of time. Now, Lewis Central does have 2 timeouts. We'll see if Carroll's actually going to try for the first down or if they're going to do what's called a pooch kick, which is when you line up the quarterback in the shotgun to make it look like he's going to run an offensive play, and then he kicks the ball deep, punts it when there's nobody back. Nope, they're going to run it. Titans bring pressure. They throw it over top. Intercepted by Julian Neitzer. Now, can he get blockers in front of him? If he can, and he does. Folks, he might go. He is. He's going to make it all the way back. Touchdown, Titans. Carroll gambles on the 4th and 7. Throws an interception. Lewis Central's able to get blockers in place. And they return it for the pick 6. With 8 seconds to go in the half. That just might be the dagger that does in the Tigers tonight. Drake on to kick the PAT and to make it a 24-0 lead. And against this offense and Coach Hannafin's defense, that might be more than is attainable. All right, here's Drake on for the PAT as they get, now we got a flag here. Now I think what we've got is an illegal substitution. I think Carroll might have 12 players on the field. The flag was thrown behind the defense. So the official counts the players. We'll see. There was. Yep. Nice to know 25 years of coaching football taught me something there, huh? All right, so now they're going to decline the penalty. You might say, well, why on earth don't you move it up? Well, the ball is placed on a PAT at the 3-yard line. So if you move it up, it's only half the distance to the goal, only gains you a yard and a half. And actually for a kicker, there is a time when it gets too close to the PAT or to the field goal post to kick. So better for Drake, just stay where he's used to. And just like that, Drake makes it automatic. So, huge play, 24-0. Your Titans with 8 seconds left in the half as they return the pick 6. That'll give us time to get one more thank you in here. This one to Watson and Ryan Law Firm. Practicing in both Iowa and Nebraska, a business and litigation firm working for a diverse client base, including businesses, financial institutions, and not-for-profit organizations, government entities, and individual clients. Watson and Ryan Law Firm. All right, folks, so Coach Bond will send his kick team out here. My guess is Coach will probably just have them squib it. A squib kick is when you kick the ball low to the ground so it bounces. It's hard to pick up. It kind of wastes time. It gives the kick team time to get their people down as the receiving team is trying to pick it up. It also usually negates a big return. You don't want to kick it full deep and have a return, although with Drake's leg, he just kicked one through the end zone here a second ago. Coach might have him just assure that he's going to kick it through and get the touchback. Either one will get the job done. We'll see which strategy they want to try. Here's the approach and the kick. And this is going to be returnable. Returned at about the 4. He's coming here off the right side, but tackled right at the 20-yard line. So Coach Bond's special teams continues to do its job tonight. Got the ball out to the 21 with 3.7 seconds left on the clock. So this will be our final play of the first half. Carroll looks to the sideline for the play call. All right, Carroll's going to stay in their split back set. And they're just going to run the ball off tackle. Nice gain on the play, gain of about 8. But that will do it for the first half, folks. So we're so happy you could join us. Please come back for the second half. We'll take a break here during halftime. Your Titans have been on top and in control the entire game, lead 24-0 at halftime. We'll be back in 15 minutes for the second half. right, folks, we are back for second half action. This is Burke Swenson calling all the action here to start the second half. We've got 90 seconds as the half winds down here. Your Titans are leading 24-0. Really have been in control from the start. Want to thank several of the viewers as well for watching. We know we've got a lot of you. Do we have a number on how many, Dane? Pete's looking up how many viewers we've had tonight. Really appreciate 567. That's fantastic. Keep it going, folks. We're happy to bring you all the sights and sounds here. We've got more states here to add. We've already had Colorado, South Dakota, Minnesota, Texas. Now we've got Idaho, California, San Diego, and Los Angeles. Arizona, Oklahoma, Alabama, Wisconsin, Washington, D.C., Mike, Joanne, Carly, Sam in Plainfield, Illinois. We got Madison, Wisconsin. My folks all the way up in Osage, Iowa. I tell you what, we got people all over the country listening as your Titans look to make it 10-0 on the season. Just the second undefeated regular season in school history, and they are something special. Folks, they average, I told you in the pregame, the Lewis Central averages 50 points a game, and they are about halfway there, leading 24-0 at halftime. Coach Hannafin's defense on the season only giving up 9.3 points a game. So they are, again, on that path here tonight. Carroll has been able to put together a couple of drives here in the first half, able to move the chains for pretty good yardage, but then has stalled all times as they get near and that Titan defense stiffens up. So we'll see what adjustments the coach has made. For Lewis Central as a coach, you don't make many changes. You might tweak a couple things, but what you're doing is working. So tell the kids to stay focused and keep working hard. For Carroll, you got a little more that you can work with as far as changes you want to make. We'll see how they come to fruition here in the second half. Here's Drake with the kickoff. Titans are now going right to left on your screen. Drake will put another one through. And that'll be, I think, folks, I believe that is Drake's 70th. I'll have to check my figures here. Is that his 70th touchback on the season? No, sorry. We're not quite there. That is his 63rd. So, got ahead of myself there. But if they keep rolling through the playoffs here, that number should come true. All right, so Titans are in navy blue helmets, white pants. Carroll in the all white with orange and black helmets. Here's the snap, going to be a handoff off the left side, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage by that stout defensive line for the Titans.
Jones on the stop.
And we've got an injured player here for Carroll. Looks like a lineman down. I believe that is 77, Mitchell Owen. That's a big sophomore, 6'3", 255-pound sophomore. So while the Carroll coaches and trainers come out to take a look at him, we hope he's okay. We want to say thank you to Smith Davis Insurance, locally owned and operated in Council Bluffs. When you work with Smith Davis Insurance, you'll experience the exceptional service and attention to detail that you can only find with an independent agent. Smith Davis Insurance. Looks like they're going to help him up. Well, he's starting to sit up anyway. All right, looks like they're going to get him up off the turf there, folks. And they do. Good. And he's walking off on his own power, so that's always a good sign. Don't want anybody injured in the game. All right, we've got a shout out here. A big thank you to our camera person, Megan Dermody. Not all broadcasts get such a high-quality viewing experience. I would agree. I try to send some thanks Megan's way, but I know I never do it enough. Same with Pete Norville, who's running the show behind us, giving you the score on your screen and all the advertisements and such. So we got a great crew going here. That play never got off the ground as it's blown dead. I believe we're going to have a false start on Carroll, and it is. So that's going to push them back 5. So certainly not the way you wanted to have to start if you're Carroll. You get a gain of about a half a yard on the first play. You get a false start on your second. Now it's 2nd and 15. So putting them off schedule a little bit. They've had a few big plays in the game, though, so we'll see if they can overcome. They're going to go 4 wide. They've had some success here with the 4 wide. Twins to both sides. He's going to throw. There's that intermediate route. Thrown ahead of the receiver and almost picked off by Dane Norville. He got one paw on it. Would have had to been a diving catch to make the interception. But as it is, it sets up 3rd and long. Expect Coach Hannafin to bring some pressure here. When Coach Hannafin's gotten some pressure on the quarterback, he's kind of thrown it up there in the area where it could be intercepted. So we'll see if Coach decides to bring pressure or if he decides to hang back and play coverage. They're going to go trips to this near side. We haven't seen this set yet tonight. 1 back, 1 receiver up top. He's going to throw it over here to the right. They're going to try and throw it. Oh, and again, almost intercepted. Josh Simmons had that. The quarterback threw it before the receiver actually finished his route. Josh actually read the route and almost made a break. Had Josh caught that, he'd have walked in the end zone as he was only 20 yards away and no one in front of him. So Coach Hannafin's defense is on it tonight. Going to set up the punt. Ball's all the way back at the 15-yard line.
Nelson back to punt for the Titans.
All right, it's going to be short punt. Takes a bounce, though, Carroll's way. Josh picks it up. He's going to retreat, and that might be trouble, and he's going to retreat again. Well, there's your film study for Sunday, folks. Coach Duggan's going to have some comments for Josh. Sometimes, folks, you just got to take what you can get and go down, and Josh kept retreating and then retreating more, gave up about 15 yards of field position. He picked the ball up at about the 50, tried to work his way back to get around some defenders, couldn't stop, and then worked his way back again. So as it is, the Titans are going to have 1st and 10 at the 39, still outstanding field position, but could have been closer to the 45-50. As it is, we'll see what this offense can do. They're going to go 3 wide, Twins to the far side. Max is going to bring Dane across. Inside handoff, play action pass. And this pass isn't going to matter as they threw a flag for holding. The defender for Carroll came off our right side and got hooked there, basically tackled. You can see the official behind the play throw the flag right there. So this is going to be holding. They're going to mark it back 10. It's going to be spot of the foul, which is going to make it even worse.
Holding on the offense, number 61.
And that official's going to just keep going. Unfortunately for the Titans, that holding call was behind the line of scrimmage. So this is going to set up a monster 1st down do-over. What do we got here? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 for 1st and about 26. So just as I said before, not a great way to start the half for Carroll. Well, same can be said of the Titans as they are working backwards now. You can see Coach Duggan's body language. He is not happy about this start. Dane Norville on the jet sweep. He's got an edge. Cuts inside. Nice read by Dane there. And is brought down by a tackler, but not until after a huge gain. That's going to be a gain of about 15. You know, they don't run that jet sweep very often to Dane, but when they do, it is effective. And then, of course, after a gain like that, you're able to run the play action off of that jet sweep look, which sets up a big play somewhere else. So nice job getting a big chunk of it back. Sets up a 2nd and about 13. All right, Max in the shotgun. Here's the snap, back to pass. Throw over the middle. And he's going to hit the receiver in stride. That's Thomas Fedoni. Thomas making up for a drop earlier in the second half, and a big play. And, folks, just like that, this offense is deep into Carroll territory. After a 1st and 26, the Titans now have 1st and 10 at the Carroll 31. So that'll move the chains. Titans are going to spread it here, go twins to both sides. 4 wide. Brady Miller now in as the back. Carroll shows pressure. He's going to give it to Miller right up the middle. Nice blocking, another big gain. That's going to set up, boy, it's going to be right at the first down markers. We're going to see what the white hat, he's going to call it a first down. So Titans move the chains on consecutive plays. And they've got 1st and 10 at the 20, basically the 20.5-yard line. We'll call it the 21. 4 wide. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Miller. He's going to bounce left. Gets the edge. Going to have another nice gain here off the left side. This Titan offense looks to have found a groove here. Gain of 9. So big chunk plays here. 3 plays in a row for the Titans. Set up a 2nd and 1. We'll see if they want to continue running it or try and take a shot here on 2nd and short. They're going to stay 4 wide. Carroll showing a 1 high safety. Looks like man-to-man across the board. Max is going to throw the screen to Gittens. He's got blockers ahead, and unfortunately can't make one tackler miss. Going to be a nice gain for a first down, but the ball, I think, might have popped out. We'll see what the officials want to call it. The Carroll kids, of course, are all pointing their way. Discussion. Carroll pleading their case. The officials are talking. Titan crowd letting the officials know that it was caused by the ground. Carroll letting their case be known that it was a strip. .909 to go here in the third quarter, folks. We're waiting for the officials to decide what it was. Boy, I tell you, I don't know what they do here. When you have a discussion that long and they're going to call first down, Carroll's not going to be happy about that.
Titans retain possession. Ball is spotted about the 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
So that's going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5 for Lewis Central. All right, so Titans are going to go with kind of their heavy package. They've got 1 wide receiver in. Everybody else is a tight end or a running back. And Carroll's going to take a timeout. I don't know if it's to talk over the defense or if it's for the Carroll coach to kind of chew on the refs. We'll see. But as it is, it's a timeout. So with that, we'll thank our final thank you here to the Hub, newly established in 2017 and located downtown in Council Bluffs. The Hub offers an amazing trampoline park with dodgeball, open bounce, dunk hoops, and airbag, all designed to create a fun family entertainment center in Council Bluffs. The Hub. All right, so Titans are out of the timeout. They're ready to go. They've got their offensive play call. Carroll does the same as their coach walks the official off to let him know what he thinks. My guess is he's not inviting him to dinner after the game. All right, so Titans with their heavy package. So basically what they got here, folks, is they got 2 tight ends. So essentially they've got 7 linemen in there. They've got 2 running backs. Usually what happens here is Max keeps the ball and follows these blockers. Max is actually going to give it this time to Dane Norville. Oh, all right. Dane gets around the edge and gets a touchdown. They're going to call holding on Brady Miller because he pancaked the outside defender. You know, sometimes linemen will tackle a defensive lineman because he gets around them, they get leverage or whatnot. That was simply Brady overpowered their defender and put him on the ground. But the officials are going to call that. Yeah, could be a makeup call. I don't know. Either way, it'll still be 1st and goal. The ball will be moved back to the 15-yard line. A couple more states here to thank for tuning in. New York, New York, and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So we're working our way east there. Still no word from Singapore. We'll hope on that one as we had a couple weeks ago. All right. So 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 15, 4 wide. Max is going to give the handoff to Brady. He shakes a tackle and is able to get back up inside the 10. Ball's going to be placed at about the 8-yard line, so that's going to set up 2nd and goal from the 8. Clock continues to roll here. Just over 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Titans leading 24-0. No one has scored yet in this 2nd half. Titans threatening to do so. They're going to go 4 wide here. Twins to both sides. Snap, inside handoff to Brady. He cuts back up the middle. Is going to be stopped for a short gain.
Miller again up the middle.
Gain of about 2. Gain of about 3. So they're going to put it right at the 5-yard line. So we got 3rd and goal from the 5.
3rd down.
Titans are going to go with their 3-receiver, 2-back set. So they've got an H-back right behind the line and a back, and Max in the shotgun there. Here's the snap. Max rolls out to throw. And he's going to hit Josh Simmons in the corner of the end zone, the front corner, for a touchdown. Josh simply runs a quick out, and Max is able to time it up and get him the touchdown just inside the pylon. So with 7:23 to go, your Titans are now ahead 30-0 with Drake on to kick the PAT, make it 31. Into hold is my favorite holder in all of high school football, Jonah Pomeranke. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. And it is 31-0, folks.
7:23 left in the 3rd quarter.
All right, so we'll take a short break. As they get set for the kickoff, we'll be right back. Titans leading 31-0. All right, folks, there's that music again. You hear the Rolling Stones. You know the Titans have scored and Drake's about to kick off. Little time to pass on to you here. Score to pass on. It's halftime in Oskaloosa. Harlan leading 21-7. So if that score holds true, it should be Harlan here next week against your hometown Titans in a rematch from earlier this season. That was a game that Lewis Central won 49-14 over Harlan. So here's Drake with the kickoff. And this one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
That'll kick once again into the end zone for a touchback. Will Carroll take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line?
All right. So Carroll will take the field, 1st and 10 at the 20. Carroll's going to go with their split back set. They had some good success with that earlier in the first half.
Williams on a carry over the left
Going to
side
bounce
for a
off the left
touchdown.
side there. Tackled for no gain. Well, okay, they're going to give him 1 yard.
Logan Jones. leads the
Logan
Husker
Jones on the
Tigers
tackle
the
there. Runner was 5, is that right? All right, so that'd been Draven Williamson. He's had a lot of carries tonight. All right, split back set, 2 receivers, motion across. Going to be a rollout. Look for the out route there. Oh, Jake Lear was just about in the perfect position. He just was turned around. Coach Hannafin pointing out that they had a lineman quite a ways down the field, not called.
Kovas makes the tackle for your Titans. Third down.
In football, folks, if it's a screen, if it's a ball thrown behind the line of scrimmage, you can have linemen anywhere on the field you want. If it's a forward pass, the linemen have kind of what we call the box, which is a from tackle to tackle and 3 yards deep into the defense. They can't be beyond that when the ball is thrown. So that's what Coach Hannafin was complaining about there. There's going to be an off tackle off the left side. He's going to be brought down for a minimal gain there. So that's going to set up 4th and 1, I believe. Oh. Okay, sorry. That's going to give him a first down. Based on where the yard marker was, I thought that was short.
First down.
All right, so Tigers move the chains, and that'll give them 1st and 10 from the 30. Tigers are going to go shotgun. 2 backs, 2 receivers. There's a tight end inside. Run off the right side. Quarterback keeps it, breaks 1 tackle, but not able to break a second. It's going to be short gain of about 1.5. A few more viewers chiming in here. Eric Bruning here, Carroll alumni, currently living in New Zealand. Go Tigers. Wow. New Zealand. Well, there we go. We had Singapore last week. We got New Zealand this week. Fantastic.
Second down.
We are a global broadcast. I love it. Love being able to watch my cousin Drake and the rest of the LC Titans throughout this entire season as they continue their quest for a state championship. Who knew he could tackle 2? Oh, I like that one. I will be sure and let Billy and Drake know that comment there. Thank you. Back to pass. He's going to throw it in the flat. Oh, nearly intercepted. Bounces off Calvin Fricke's hand into the receiver's hand he was covering. That's going to be caught and down for what looks like and will be a first down. So, Tigers move the chains again. Brings up 1st and 10. Ball now at the 40. Still in Tiger territory. They've got a pistol set, which is the quarterback in a short shotgun and a running back behind him. Tackle, off left tackle play. Hard running. Going to be brought down.
On the stop for your Titans.
Draven Williamson, gain of about 4. So a nice hard first run down there. Another one, Scott White, Carroll alum, currently living in Florida. Go Tigers. So a lot of Carroll folks chiming in. We are under the 5-minute mark, folks, here in the third quarter. Titans leading 31-0. Tigers are driving. This is going to be an inside handoff, and a host of Titans there met him behind the line of scrimmage. I don't know if Coach Hannafin had a stunt on. You would think so, because there were about 3 or 4 blue jerseys there. Coach Hannafin will send in an extra defensive back now, as he's expecting a pass here on 3rd and 9, 3rd and long. Carroll looking to the sideline. All right, Carroll's going to spread it here. Twins to both sides, 4 wide. Quarterback looks to the side, and he's going to call timeout. So Carroll didn't like something there in that defensive alignment look. So we'll take a short break here. We'll be back. Titans leading 31-0. All right. So we're back for a 3rd and long try by Carroll. Pete was just telling me on the analytics board there the state of Iowa is just kind of blown up here. All kinds of viewers joining in. So if you're just joining us, we are happy to have you. 3rd quarter action here. First round of playoffs. Titans leading 31-0 over the Tigers of Carroll. Drop back pass, pressure. He's going to get it away, and it's caught, but it's going to be caught short of the first down. So a decision to be made here for Carroll. They've got 4th and 2 at the 48-yard line. So it looks like the punt team's coming on. If you're going to run a fake punt, this is the place to do it. However, as this Titan offense has shown to be pretty potent as it has all year, coach is going to decide, at least it looks like, to punt the ball away. We'll see here. Here's the snap, and sure enough, there's the kick. This is going to be high. I don't know if Josh is going to be able to make a play on this, and he's going to let it go. And the ball will be down at about the 15, 16-yard line. So, Coach Hannafin's defense takes over, or does its job, I'm sorry. Want to get a quote in here. This came in the first half right before halftime. Number 10, meaning Max Duggan, is being a drama queen. Not sure where he gets it from. That's from big brother Sam. Sam Duggan watching. Sam, thank you for that comment. Sam, one of our former players, Coach Duggan's son, of course, that we got to coach earlier on here, and my time on Coach Duggan's staff. So love to hear that little bit of ribbing from big brother. All right, so Titans will take over 1st and 10. They're going to go with 3 receivers, 2 backs. Max out to throw. Throws kind of a little slip screen to Josh Simmons. He breaks a tackle, breaks another, does a spin, and he's going to have a first down. Slip screen, folks, means they kind of fake a handoff, and then when the quarterback keeps it, everybody assumes, well, that back's not going to get the ball. Well, the back was Josh Simmons, and he just kept running right out to the flat. Max dumps it out to him. We call that a slip screen. 3:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Titans leading 31-0. They've got the ball on the far hash, the right hash out at the 31. They'll stay in that formation, 3 wide, 2 backs. Inside handoff to Brady. He cuts left. He's going to work his way to the edge. Is able to get around a defender, and he's going to have enough for a first down. So they'll move the chains again. We've got 636 unique viewers here, folks, so that's a record for us on the season. Happy to have you. We've got a few more comments here. Go Big Blue, looking good, LC Titans from Catch Fire Designs. And Zimbabwe, we've got William Trecker Carroll alumni. So I'll tell you what, folks, if we have had Singapore, New Zealand, and Zimbabwe, I challenge any high school team to have that following. All right, Max to pass, play action. He's got time over the top to Dane Norville. Catches it, breaks, didn't even need to break the tackle, just runs it in. Dane all the way over top. Dad's up in the press box giving high fives as he should, as his son has got himself a big-time touchdown. And, folks, if it hadn't been in, that might be the proverbial nail in the coffin there. A 37-0 lead Drake nettles on to make it 38 with 2:44 left in the third quarter. Now, what this means is we've got a continuous clock situation. Here's the snap. Ooh, Jonah gets it down. Does Drake make it? He doesn't. So, bad snap. Jonah's able to get it on the tee, but it messed up the timing for Drake. And Drake did his best to still try and put it through. A rare miss, only Drake's second miss on the season, but you can't put that on Drake. Jonah did a great job just handling the snap to get it down, so that'll be a discussion they'll have with the snapper there. All right, so it'll stay 37. Okay, so folks, here's what we got. In the state of Iowa, they have a sportsmanship rule, which is called the 35-point rule. When the point spread is 35 points or higher, we have what's called a running clock. That means the clock will not stop except for touchdowns, scores of any kind, timeouts, and changes of possession. So even if a pass play is run and it's dropped, normally that would stop the clock. Nope. The running clock means that clock keeps running in real time. So what it does is it really speeds up the game. And as we read the point spread for you from Lewis Central, almost every single game they've had this year has been a 35-point. In fact, well, they all have been. Just took a little bit longer to get to some. But that clock really flies by in real time. So this 2:44 to go in this third quarter and that fourth quarter is going to fly. Now, if Carroll is able to score and make it less than 35, then it goes back to the normal regular clock like you're used to seeing on any given football game. Drake's going to kick this down to the 1. He's going to have a return on his hands. The returner for Carroll gets it all the way out. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's still going. Can Drake get the edge? And Drake does. Fans on the Lewis Central side are wanting a block in the back. A referee all the way from this side has just now thrown a flag across the field. We'll see what it is. The fan base for Lewis Central screaming block in the back. Long time coming. We'll see if this official literally on the other side of the field saw what everybody here was clamoring for. It appears that he did. So it is a block in the back, but it's called way down into Titan territory. It's called at the 34-yard line. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from that spot. Well, it looked like it was the 33. So it'll be spotted at the 43. The Lewis Central fans letting them know that there was another one that took place way back here in Carroll territory, but as it is, it'll stand. So Carroll will have the ball for the first time in Titan territory to start a drive. They'll bring motion across, jet sweep. He's going to come to the outside. Looks like it was well defended, but it wasn't. And the Carroll runner gets all the way across and down the sideline for a touchdown. That is Abraham Dirks, who's going to have himself a 43-yard touchdown. But I tell you what, as he came across, it looked like Lewis Central had leverage, looked like they had everybody where they wanted. He cut it up, and as it is, found a groove, no one there, and he took it to the house. So Carroll gets themselves on the board with 2:17 to go here in the third quarter, and like I was just saying earlier, if they could score, that would take away the 35-point rule, and it does.
New out to test the PAT.
So Carroll set, the snap, the hold, the kick. It's good. And so with 2:17 to go in the third quarter, Carroll makes it a 37-7 game.
Lewis Central 37, Carroll 7.
Coach Hannafin letting a couple of his defenders know where they should have been. in Coach Hannafin's friendly way. All right, so Lewis Central still in complete control of the game, but Carroll has now put a dent in that. We'll see if they can build on it. We had a game here a couple weeks ago against rival Glenwood. Glenwood tried 2 onside kicks in that game. Don't know if this would be a case where Carroll would want to try that. Again, the risk of that is you give this offense tremendous field position. Lewis Central offense tonight has scored 30 points, 7 of the 37 coming from a interception return right before the half. So Carroll back to kick. The kicking is done by Max New. He is ready. Here's his approach. And it'll be a squib kick, fielded off the chest of Calvin Fricky, picked up by Josh Simmons, and he barges ahead, breaks a couple tackles, and he brings it all the way out to the 35 or 36 yard line. So I tell you what, that's the danger of those kicks is if the receiver picks it up and can get straight ahead, you can get some good yards. As it is, Josh sets up this offense at the 36-yard line. That's field position you will always take from an offensive standpoint. 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Titans leading 37-7. Titans will go 3 wide, 2 back. Here's Max with the handoff. Brady Miller off the right side, cuts back up in, cuts back across, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle. He's bringing defenders with him.
Miller with a hard run up the middle and over to the left.
And a big 19-yard gain.
$7 on a stop for Carroll.
Brady Miller, nice run there, hard running. So just like that, Titans are in Carroll territory. Ball's at the 45-yard line. They're going to go 3 wide, 2 back set. Here's the snap, inside handoff. Brady Miller now bounces right, breaks the tackle, and is caught from behind. A little shoestring tackle there, but not until a gain of 9. So big gash plays here for this Titan offense. I don't know if the Carroll defense is starting to tire down a bit. As I look across, Carroll doesn't have an overly large team. There's not a ton of kids over on their sideline, so probably a lot of two-way players here for Carroll. Several two-way players for Lewis Central as well, but especially on the line of scrimmage where that makes the biggest difference. Might start taking its toll. Lewis Central certainly not lacking in beef upside. You've got Logan Jones at 250 over here. Oh, and just like that, Carroll defense rises up and has a tackle for a loss there. Nice play by the defense of Carroll. So what was a 2nd and 1 is now a 3rd and 7. Nice job on the penetration there by the D-line for Lewis Central. All right, Titans line up, ready to go. There go 3 wide, 2 backs. Look for Max to probably run the ball here. Nope, he's going to pass. Max is flush to his right, is able to get rid of it. Complete
Duggan's pass is complete on the right side
for a first down. Dane Norville on the catch moves the sticks for the Titans.
Dirks knocked him out for the play.
Just such a weapon. Folks, Max was running at full speed to his right and was able to rifle a throw across his body on target in time to that receiver. That's just special, folks. It just is. That's what these high-level athletes, these quarterbacks like Max can do. Such a tremendous advantage. They're going to spread things out here, go 4 wide, twins to both sides. Here's the snap. Inside handoff to Brady Miller. Cuts left, cuts north, and another big run. So a heavy dose of Brady Miller here in the second half. Looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, and it is. They're going to move the sticks.
First down.
All right. And that is it, folks. That'll bring the fourth quarter upon us here. Third quarter comes to an end. So we'll take a short break. Your Titans are leading 37-7 over Carroll. First round of the playoffs as we head into the fourth quarter. We'll be back. All right, folks, we are ready to start the fourth quarter. This is Burke Swenson calling the action tonight from Titan Field. Megan Dermody on our camera, Pete Norville on our analytics here, running the show behind us. A little score here for you. Harlan is up 29-7 in Oskaloosa, so certainly looks like it's going to be a Lewis Central Harlan rematch next week here unless something changes greatly in this game. Max is going to run the ball straight ahead. Breaks the tackle, breaks another, and in for the touchdown. And just like that, the Titans come back and answer the score. And Drake on to kick the PAT. Hopefully we got the snap issue resolved here. Jonah Pomeranke ready. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. And just like clockwork, there's the kick. It's up and good. So we're back to that 35-plus margin, folks. So with 11:54 to go in the fourth quarter, we're going to have real-time clock here. It will not stop unless there is a score, a penalty, a timeout by a coach, or a change in possession. So this fourth quarter, if the defense for Lewis Central can hold, is going to go really fast. As it is, Carroll scored on their last drive. So Carroll showing that they are up to the task here. As I've mentioned throughout the year here, the big thing about that score for Carroll last drive was that it eliminated the shutout. Anytime we had a shutout on defense, Coach Hannafin would bring donuts for the players on Sunday, which of course we coaches, had one or three, as it were. And so, unfortunately for the boys, that negated a donut Sunday at film study. So Coach Hannafin's off the hook for that. Trust me, he'd rather be buying donuts week after week. So as it is, Titans have still held them to 7 points, which is under the 9 points they average giving up on the season. So here's Drake with the kick. This one's going to hit low. Is it going to bounce? It's going to be returned. Caught it about the 2. Their returner comes up the left side, cuts it back in, and is met by a host of tacklers. As it is, he gets the ball out to about the 25. So decent starting position for the Carroll offense. Carroll with a heavy dose of run plays. Have had kind of sparse in and out success throwing the ball on the night. All right, some shout outs here. Nice catch, Dane. proud big sister moment. Go Titans for Mindy. All right, thank you, big sis. We love it when sisters chime in. Shout out to the LCD coordinator, best in the state. And folks, that's in all caps. So rather than yell at you, I just want to let you know whoever sent that in means it greatly. I happen to agree.
Logan Jones on the stop for the Titans.
All right, so minimal gain on first down there. Titan defense holds them to a gain of 2 on the running play off the right side. They're in the pistol set now. 2 backs. Play action pass over to the right side. And Julian Neitzer, is that an interception?
Neitzer on the interception.
And it is a diving interception by Julian Neitzer. Jumped in front of the receiver and makes a diving interception to give Lewis Central the ball in Carroll territory. So the Titans will take over at the 35 of Carroll. This is about the 3rd or 4th drive tonight that Lewis Central has started in Carroll territory. So they've had tremendous field position almost exclusively throughout the night. We'll see if the Titans can put an exclamation point on this game here. They're going to go, let's see, 3 wide, 2 back set. Here's the snap. Play action pass. They're going to get another holding call, so a free play here for Carroll. And that's going to be incomplete. Try to end zone shot there. Going to be holding call. That holding is going to be on Trevor Griffin. He's having a hard time with that defensive end tonight. This will be the 2nd or 3rd holding penalty on the night. So credit that Carroll defender. And let me tell you, folks, he is coming hard off the edge. He is really, really making it. That's Mason, I want to say Houghton, Heuton, 6'1" senior, 166 pounds. But trust me, he looks like he's playing at closer to 200. He is really bringing some pressure off the edge there. So heck of a duel there. All right, so Titans will have it 1st and, what are we talking, 1st and 24. Inside handoff, Brady Miller gets back a chunk of it. Going to be a gain of about 10. So set up second and about 19. No, that can't be right. Yeah, 2nd and 19. I must have been off on my first one. All right. Titans look to the sideline for the play. Clock continues to roll. Under 9 minutes to go in the game now. Titans leading 44-7. Titans will stay in their 3 receiver set. Twins to the far side. Ball near the near hash. Max with the snap. Inside handoff. Max keeps it. Jukes a player at the line. Drags a player with him. He's going to get a gain up to about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. 38. Yep, there they finally said it. So it's a 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13 situation. Carroll has played some good defense here to hold him to this. Titans have shown they can get this play in a big chunk here. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. They'll stay in their 3 receiver set, 2 backs. Max hurrying up the offense. Motion across. They tried jet sweep action to Dane Norville. Plays called dead. I think we're going to have a false start. False start it is. So Coach Duggan is going to have no lack of things to talk about at film study on Sunday. Penalties. Way too many penalties for Lewis Central. This game is kind of in hand, so it's not going to hurt the Titans on this night. But going forward, as the competition continues to get harder and harder, they're going to have to clear this up. All right, so that's going to push them back now. We're at a 3rd and 18. So As a play caller here, what you want to do is you want to try and get the majority of it on this play and set up a manageable down to give you a chance to decide if you want to go for it on fourth. Here's the snap, here's the throw, and that's going to be intercepted. He threw it right to the defender. Max must not have seen him. And there's Dad to meet him as he comes off the field. Yeah, he tried a seam route there, and a linebacker had drifted just underneath the route. And as it was, it ended up right in the defender's hands. So Max not happy with himself. Dad really not happy with him. And we'll have a timeout, Carroll. All right, so let's talk about the playoffs, folks. So this is the first round tonight. Everybody in the state of Iowa is playing tonight. The next round, the quarterfinal round, will be next Friday. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. All classes playing on that night. If Lewis Central were to advance past next weekend, now we're in the semifinals. Now we're in the Unidome. And that's where they start to break up what classes play on what days. If Lewis Central were to advance tonight and win next week, they would play in the Unidome on Thursday, November 8th. Their 2 3A games are at 5:30 at night and 8:15. You would like to think the state would be smart enough to give Lewis Central the 5:30 game given the distance that everyone would have to travel. But that's just looking ahead. And then, of course, everybody's dream is making it to the state final, which would be on Thursday, November 15th at 7 p.m. So that's just looking ahead at the playoff schedule. As it is, Carroll's got a 1st and 10. They give the ball on the jet sweep action, and that is going to be dropped for a loss. A great job stringing that out by the defense, and then pursuit. That's going to be a loss of about 6 or 7. 7 or 8 maybe on that first down carry. So Coach Hannafin's defense rising to the occasion. That's going to set up a 2nd and 16. So Carroll's going to go 4 wide, bring motion across. There's the fake jet sweep. Then they tried an inside handoff, and again going to be tackled for a loss. So Coach Hannafin's defense is on point. 2 consecutive plays, 2 consecutive tackles for loss. And now we've got a third and 19 or 20. I want to say 3rd and 19 there. There are no good 3rd and 19 offensive plays, I can tell you that. Quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's going to be dropped. Ball pops out. Big hit on the quarterback. Ball pops out. I think Carroll retains it. They do. But the damage is done. It's going to be 4th and 14, 4th and 15. And Carroll is going to have to punt the ball back to Lewis Central as the clock is about to tick. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Josh Simmons is back. We'll see if they want to get a return. This game is in hand, so no need to get anybody hurt. I'm hoping Josh maybe just signals a fair catch, and he does, and stops right there. Short kick aided that, so Titans are going to take over the ball at the Carroll 44-yard line, so tremendous field position for this offense. Now it looks like an entire new, so Coach Duggan's going to send the JV in and get them some time playing in a playoff game, which is special for them. We got another shout out here. Arizona is loving this game. Thank you for watching us. ESPN, eat your heart out. I know there's some college games on ESPN tonight, but I guarantee you they don't have New Zealand and Singapore and everybody else watching. So we'll one-up them there. All right, so now what you're going to have, folks, is it'll take a little time here to get the JV kids where they need to be. Here's an inside handoff. That's going to be Logan Katzer. And he's going to be tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a slight loss on the play. you still got a lot of Carroll varsity starters in there, and now Carroll's going to substitute. So, yeah, so now we've got a true JV game going on. Both JVs out. This is smart move by the coaches. The game's decided, get some kids some playing time. These kids work hard all year long. They're the practice squads. They run the plays and get beat on by the varsity starters all season long. So nice to reward them with some time underneath the Friday night lights there. Titans will go 3 wide receivers. Here's the snap. Another inside handoff to Katzer straight up the middle. This one's going to be a gain this time. Going to be a gain of about 9 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and a long 1 or a short 2. Pete Norville is ecstatic as I am to let us know we just hit 700 viewers. 700, folks. Better part of 1,000 people watching this special season continue for the Titans. Happy to have all of you. Please come back next Friday. Titans are going to advance in the playoffs to play what looks like Harlan next Friday here at home at 7 o'clock again. So please, if you can't make it in person, please tune in. We'll be happy to give you all the sights and sounds. High snap, inside handoff. Logan's going to have the first down and more. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to have the ball all the way inside the 20.
Right up the middle. Smith on the stop for the Tigers. First down.
Okay. Just make sure you dry it really well and then put that jelly
All right, so Titans move the chains, get a 1st and 10 as there's 1:50 and counting on the clock. Here in the 4th quarter, Titans leading 44-7. They're going to milk the play clock now and let it get as low before they snap it under 5. And here's the snap. Inside handoff again to Katzer. It has been Katzer every play, and Katzer's going to take it all the way in for a touchdown. Good for those JV kids. Great job. They ran the same play. There's an old theory in football. You run a play until they stop it. And they ran the same play every play of that drive. And it results in pay dirt at the end for that JV junior varsity Titan football team. So that's going to push the score to 50-7. So I told you before the game that they average 50 points a game. And boy, they are dead on here. Drake's going to make it 51. Here's the snap. Here's the hold. The kick is up and good. I tell you what, folks, this is not going to show up in any statistic, but Jonah Pomeranke just caught that snap behind him and got it wrapped around and on the tee in time for Drake. That, I tell you what, that's poise. That's athleticism. I love that kid. Just a great kid and does his job well, takes pride in it. So that's fantastic. All right, let's see if I can find a score here in that Harlan game. So end of the 3rd. Wow, only the end of the 3rd quarter there in Oskaloosa. Whew. If you're from Harlan, you're getting home tomorrow, as that game's just ended the 3rd quarter, and we're just about to end the game here with 1:29 to go on the clock here. So Harlan ahead 29-7. Unless something dramatic happens in that game, we are for sure going to have a rematch here. I said to you earlier that game took place here at Lewis Central a couple weeks ago, with Lewis Central winning 49-14. So a lot of people will say, oh, well, you're assured to win that one. And I promise you, Coach Duggan will remind everybody of the history of Harlan and why Harlan is who they are. They will come ready to play. Only question will be, can they match the Titans on that night? So Drake on to kick. He's ready. Here's the approach. And the kick. This one's going to be short and returned. Caught about the 10-yard line. He's going to work his way to the right side. He's got the edge. And then he is brought down right past the 20-yard line. See, for Carroll, that was 23. That was Dawson Edwards, a sophomore, on the return. So the Titan defense will come out. That running clock in effect, folks. So this 1:04 is going to be gone here literally in 1:04 unless we've got a penalty. So this could very well be the last play of the game. We'll see how the play plays out. Whoop, nope, we got a flag. I believe Carroll. Now Carroll's got their JV offense on, and I think they've got too many players. Looks like an illegal substitution call here. And sure enough, they did. Yep, one too many players on the field there. So, and Carroll coach throwing his play calling sheet there, a little frustrated, understandably so. Hard when your season ends. That's, you know, any team here, that's the beauty and the hard part of the playoffs. Somebody's going to advance, somebody's going home. So, all right, they're going to run the ball. Nice bounce here. That play was designed to go up the middle. The running back stopped and bounced it all the way left. That was number 30, Ryan Johnston. Bounces it to the outside. Good pursuit, though. Only gains him about 2. And there is going to be one more play. Looks like Carroll's going to line up and snap the ball here. So this should be it, folks. Here's the snap. Going to be handoff off the right side. Same player, same run. Nice run. Breaks the tackle. Cuts back up north. He's going to have a gain of about close to 10 there. And, folks, that's going to do it. So, thank you so much for joining us as your Titans continue this magical season, winning 51-7 over Carroll in the playoffs. We'll be back again next week here at Titan Field, 7 o'clock, same time kickoff. Please join us. For Pete Norville, for Megan Dermody, this is Burke Swenson. Have a great night and go Titans.